Flow is a key element that combines many ideas. If you talk about lean, agile, and stuff like this, and theory of constraints, in the end, it's all about flow.
Welcome, Wolfram Müller, to our interview today. You are a theory of constraints and project management specialist, but you have a keen interest in the general view on things. So let's start in general. Blue dolphins like flow, but what is flow anyhow? And what's the relevance for business?
Thanks, Michael, for this interview. And you introduced dolphins like flow, and that's the key picture. Huh? Dolphins like swimming and being in the flow and diving and jumping and all the stuff. So that's a good introduction. But in the end, it's all about flow, and it's a little more than just swimming around in the blue sea. Flow is a key element that combines many ideas. If you talk about lean, agile, and stuff like this, and theory of constraints, in the end, it's all about flow. And the interesting part in flow is that it has different meanings, and all meanings of flow are somehow positive. So if we talk about flow, then we often talk about the flow of work. So you are an organization, and something has to be done, and it flows through the organization, and hopefully it comes out more valuable. That's the flow of work. But there's to reach this, you have to have this information flow. So people have to talk to each other. And if the information flow is smooth, then it also is good. And the next flow level is in the persons. All the classical working under pressure and you're not creative. But on the other side, there is this flow in work. So if you're allowed to work in a good environment and you can really bring in your creativity, then you are coming into this flow state. And this is also good. And if you combine all three flows, then of course there is output generated or outcome for customers, and they are willing to pay for this. So you have a cash flow, inflow. So in the end, in business, flow is very positive, and it's all about smoothing the flow. And if you smoothen the flow, you will get more outcome. And therefore, it's focusing on flow is, out of our perspective, the key for a successful growth of a company and the successful growth of the people.
Wonderful. Yeah. Thanks for that explanation. Wolfram, in the big blue ocean, there's something new drifting, and it's called essential flow. Can you tell me something about that?
Okay, essential flow. That's interesting to explain, and the history to explain. We are supporting companies since years, 10, 15 years, something around that, over 30 companies, and it's not always easy to reach all these four flows. You have to change a lot. You have to get rid of a lot of assumptions and stuff like this. And we searched, and that are hurdles. There are many hurdles for companies to really step and dive into the blue ocean and jump in. And therefore, we searched since long for an easy way to jump in. So maybe just put the toe into the water, and then, oh, that's feeling nice, and then stepping more into it. So essential flow is, out of our perspective, the most easiest way to get into the water, get into the first steps of flow, and then hopefully to want more, and step by step generate more flow. Therefore it's called essential, because it's the core of the flow.